Okay guys, a few quick tips for toes to bar for tonight's workout. First one, jumping into the rep. If I look, I'm standing behind the rig. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in with my feet slightly in front, and then I can go into my first rep, and then I can start, okay? Second tip, your feet have to pass this, but you don't want them going really far behind because it's a bigger swing. So I want to come just behind this upright at the bottom. And the second thing than that, when you're coming up from here, think knees towards elbows or armpits, and you'll watch, if I don't even touch the bar, how close my feet come if I think about knees to my arms. There, knees to arms, my feet come, and then it's just a flick. So it's just a small flick of the feet at the top of that rep, okay? Both feet have to touch the bar, so that needs to be there to count, and you have to feel that they touch. And then third tip, from this, when you're jumping from those reps, okay, think about at the bottom, bringing your legs down and gentle arch. So if you watch the arch position at the bottom, here, I push my feet down towards the floor, and that's easier for me to go to my next rep rather than bringing my legs back like this, because it's a surefire way for me to stop my kip swing. Now, last thing, going through your reps. Like I said in the brief, keep it short sets. If you're doing singles, or you're going to do your first toes to bar and try to do that 50 times, you can do this. Shorter bar, go from one, big kip, kick, turn around. I land in front of the bar, so then I turn, there, turn, and you can do 50 singles like that. It's a method I used in 2014 to get me through 50 reps, one at a time, but I never really have to stop. You want to avoid big sets where it's going to force you to break down and rest too much. Moving from this, pull-ups. If you're in the scaled variation of this workout and you're getting to your first pull-up, potentially, it's chin over the bar, kipping pull-up. The basics of your swing are the same from your toes to bar, but what we want to do is we want to have create a little bit of a bend in our hips and our knees to then pop our hips towards the bar. We're going to try and push our hips towards the front of the room or up a little bit, and you're going to pull in at the same time. So your goal is a big swing, there, just like normal, and then a little pop. And as I pop, I pull in. So it's a lift, drive, pull, okay? To get from one rep to the next, really focus on pushing away. So from this, up, in, push, push. And that helps me go back into my next swing. So you want to think big kip swing as you come up, as you're rising, drive your hips as you're starting to rise and lift. So one more time, if you watch when I do this, as I start to rise up in my swing, I'm translating that energy from going backwards to going diagonally up. There, and then in. You can try that to get your first pull-up. For the power cleans in this workout, a few tips on this. You're going to have 30 reps. It's quite a lot after the volume that you've already done. The easiest way is for you to go singles. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to hands on the bar. Once I get myself set, pull, drop, follow it down. There. Notice as soon as I put my hands in the bar, it's a quick set to help me lift. Now, for 30 reps, you might not be able to keep one steady pace. So what you could do is try to do, for example, 3 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go again and keep that pace. That way you can keep your heart rate down, especially if you're going to get towards muscle ups or pull ups, so that you have enough energy to try and get that rep. But cleans, break them into singles, keep them fast, keep them consistent, and maybe do it as little clusters, 3s or 5s with short rest if you need to control your heart rate. Now, for a ring muscle up, if you're going to jump up to these and you're getting to that point, you want to try and grab the inside edge of the ring and get your hands in a little bit, okay? So when I jump up, I'm trying to grab in here like this. So this is going to help me with a turnover. Now the next thing I want you to really focus on is where your hands are going. So when you're going up into the ring muscle up and you're getting your kip, you're coming through like this. Try not to go like a pull up with your hands like that. You want to have your hands turned in and close to your chest. So when I jump up into the center and I kip, I'm trying to get my hands in here like this to get from there, and then I can dip up. So that's going to be really important for you getting through into this position and not getting stuck there. Elbows in, hands in when you kip. Think about the biggest kip swing you've ever done to get your hips towards the rings, and then your fast sit up into that position.